Hi everyone, I've got a surprise, day 6. Yes, I know it's a 5-day to a better you. I have a day 6 because I think if you can do 5, you can do 6. And today is stretch, mobility, recovery. Highly suggest doing stretch, mobility, recovery. This is going to be a beautiful flow into getting that body moving nicely. This is a great one to do after a full week. Great one to do when you're feeling a bit tired, a little bit lethargic. It's just a good way to re-energize the body gently. You're still going to be moving, you're still going to be working. Don't get me wrong. This is just as important as doing your high intensity workouts to do these type of workouts. If you want to love on your body and you want to go for the long journey, not the short journey, it's learning to incorporate stretch and mobility into your week. So come join me on the mat, find a nice peaceful place if that's possible. I know what that's like. I have 5 children. It is a rare occasion. Quite often I'm trying to get into my zen-like state, my relaxation, and there's chaos going around. But trust me, it's a skill you can learn and it reaps benefits. I often do it when things are going nuts. I stop, I do some stretch and mobility, and I feel like I can just come back to myself, have some time for me, then I can re-enter into whatever is happening. And trust me, some crazy things happen. I should totally film some day in the life of me. There is always things going on. Cushions flying, dogs, puppies peeing, children spilling things, doing crazy stuff. You name it, you probably have it going on too. So come join me on the mat for some self-love. Hi ladies and gentlemen, if you're joining us today. This is our stretch, recovery, mobility. It's going to feel amazing. Come join me on the mat and let's get moving. So we're going to start in this nice little seated position right here. Roll the shoulders down and away. So some nice little shoulder rolls back. I don't know about you, but even just sitting here, you can probably see it's not actually the most relaxed for me. So sometimes it's good for us just to sit in this position to help us open up those hips. So you can even just rock side to side. Close your eyes, move your body. Once again, play around. This is your class. This is your workout. You just move to what feels nice for your body. So I'm just rocking forward and back, and I can feel the tightness in one side of my hip. So I'm just going to gently caress it and just move around slightly. Just waking my body up, moving through that core, and focusing in on that breath. I like to close my eyes. You can do what you like. I'm just going back the other direction. So I'm just pushing the chest forward and rolling back. Just getting some nice little movement into the core, into the spine. Beautiful. Bring it back onto center. Roll yourself into a nice little all fours position right here. Same kind of thing. We're just going to do some nice little hip circles. Just warming up that body, warming up the wrists. Once again, your circles can look however you want to look. They can be as big or as small. You might have more flexibility than me. Let's take it the other direction. Sinking the hips down, rotating around. Feeling nice and flexible. That's it, rotate around. Bring it back into a nice little stillness right here. From here, we're just going to push up through that scapula. So some nice little scapular mobility. Just working through those shoulders, opening up my back. That's it, let's go for 3, 2, and last one. Let's bring it on down. Come down onto your tummy. From here, we're going to bring palm over palm, roll the shoulders down away, pull the belly button up. Do a nice little upper body lift here. So we're working that upper thoracic. So we're still working the body today. We're just getting mobility in. So we're just getting mobility into that thoracic spine. Inhale, exhale, working our posture. So we're just taking it down a notch, but still working our muscles. Inhale, exhale out. Let's do one more here. Lift up, bring it down, the arms go to the W. Nose and forehead connect on the mat for that length of the neck. Roll the shoulders down and away. Belly button pulls up. Inhale, exhale into that W and bring it down. Inhale, exhale up into that W and down. So we're going to the mid-thoracic spine here. Lift up and bring it down. lift up and down. One more. Lift it up and bring it down. Sweep those arms so that nose is still hovering. Thumbs down, pinkies up, strong straight arms. Shoulders rolling back, legs are together. I'm lifting, going away there. That's it, choking on my own saliva. The thing about being a silver bullet, that's not very relaxing for you guys. That's it. Reach those fingertips back and bring it back down. Inhale, exhale, lift up and bring it down. So we've got the mid-thoracic. You feel the obliques working here too. So we're getting some nice work into the back as we mobilize the spine. That's it. One more time. Lift up. Bring those arms out into a T. Rest your ear down on the ground. Now the same, the other leg. So the way I'm looking, this leg's lifting up, and I'm going to rotate it over for a nice stretch here. So you can either have the arms straight, that actually feels nicer for me, or you can have them bent. It feels good for you. I'm just opening up my hip, and that feels just gently tapping to the back. If I can't reach the back, that's totally fine. I'm just opening up this whole side of my body. I'm going to breathe it here. Inhale, exhale out. Feels really good. Call it like a scorpion or something. You know, whatever this is, it feels great. Anyway, bring it back to center. Inhale, exhale, the other ear goes. The other opposite leg lifts and rotates around. That's it. Roll the shoulders down away from the ears. Play around, make it comfy for yourselves. Inhale, exhale, opening up those hip flexors. Beautiful. Inhale, exhale, bring it back to center. Bring palm over palm. We bring the legs turned down to the outside position. So this is actually a great glute activator, but then actually leads into a beautiful stretch. So I quite like doing it in my mobilities. So I find it gives a bit of mobility into the hip. So the feet are turned down outside the mat. My forehead rests onto the palm of my hands. I'm going to lift up 1, 2, place back down. 1, 2, place back down. So I'm really isolating the glute muscle. With my legs turned down, I cut out those inner thighs from cutting in. And I'm working that glute as I'm also opening up my hips. So for me, this is my tight hip side, right there. But this is my weaker glute side. So I'm really trying to bring some equalness into them. Equalness, is that a word? It can be a word today. Balance, there we go. Bring some balance in. That's a better one. And lift up and bring it down. Inhale, exhale, lift 1 and 2, each lift a little higher and bring it down. Lift 1, lift 2 and bring it down. One more time each side, lift 1, lift 2 and bring down. Lift 1, lift 2, bring it down. Now keep your legs in this beautiful little turned out position on the outside of your mat. Bring the hands in and roll the shoulders. Now you might only be lifting up to the forearms, and that might be enough stretch for you. Or you can push back a little bit more. And boy, do I feel a really good hip stretch right here. Shoulders down and away. So this will lead into our Pilates rocker. We're not going to go there today, but this is just a great way to stretch and open up those hips. Inhale, exhale out. Inhale in, exhale out. We're going to bring those forearms down, bring the legs together, knees stay wide as we push back into our wide child's pose. So my knees are on the outside of the mat, give me a bit more space to come through into the middle. Relax that forehead down, creep the arms forward, but the shoulders are down. So I'm just kind of lengthening out that back muscle, lengthening out that lower back right here. Inhale. Exhale out, roll it all the way up into the all fours. I'm going to creep back into the middle of my mat. I'm kind of shimmering on down. Come back in that nice little box position right here. I'm going to lift up my right leg. You can either bring the left hand just onto that elbow right here and balance, or stretch it out here. So I'm really thinking about stretching and lengthening from this tip, my left fingertips to my right toes. And I push up out of the arms. So I'm thinking length right here. 50-50 plank, gazes down the mat. Really stretching and reaching the opposite side of the mat. And bring it back down. Take it to the other side. Reach, lengthen. Through those fingertips to those toes. Think about growing a little bit longer. Inhale. Exhale out. Inhale in. Exhale out. Bring it back down. Take it one more time on each side. Feels really good. This time I'm going to add a little bit of movement, lifting up. Just a little pulse up. I like to have my thumb to the ceiling as I lift up. Just feels a bit nicer on my shoulder, but you do what feels good for you. About that core pulling in. Once again, you can bring the hand here if you need a bit more balance. Let's go for 3, 2, 1, and bring it in. So just bring a little bit of heat into the body. It's important to stretch warmed up. We don't stretch cold. So just bring a little bit of heat, working through that core, working through that shoulder joint, working through that glute. Let's go for 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Tuck those toes for me. Push back into that beautiful downward dog. Pyramid, they call it pyramid in Pilates. Downward dog. Roll the shoulders down and away. Walk through those feet. So your first one for the day, you need to walk through those feet. So you feel quite tight. Inhale, exhale out. Now see if you can bring both heels. If you've got tight heels, that's totally fine. Just going to gently caress them up and down. Nice work. Let's go for 3, 2, last one here. We're going to roll through the spine into a plank and roll back. So it's kind of like a wave. I'm trying to be like a wave coming forward. Squeeze the glutes and I wave myself back. Inhale, exhale. Each time I'm trying to get those heels a little closer to the mat to help release my tight calves. If you're a runner, you can also have tight calves and actually fix your running. They actually make you slower. So you want to improve on your speed. It's good to stretch them out. Or if you're a mum, doing lots of standing with your super tight calves. That's, or if you've got a corporate job wearing high heels. That's a nice one. Last one here. Roll it forward. Hold into that plank. Nice work. Walk those hands all the way back. Have a little hang here. Let the upper body get really heavy and you slight bend in those knees. Really let the top of the head drag to the bottom of the mat. Inhale, exhale, roll it one vertebra at a time. Lift those arms up and overhead for the opening of the front body. Inhale, exhale, bring the hands on down. Beautiful. From here, I'm going to step my right leg forward into a nice little lunge position, hands on hip, sinking down to the front of that leg, pushing back into that calf. We're going to lift those arms up. We're going to straighten that front leg, arms straight the front leg, and I'm going to bend down. So I lift up, scapula squeeze down. So think about the elbows coming down behind the rib cage. We lift up, scapula squeeze down. So we're warming up those legs, getting mobilization into that back. Lift up, bring it down. Lunges are super good for us. We should do them more often. Yeah, we should do them more often. And bring it down one more time. Lift up, bring it down, lift back up, come back into the lunge, arms come wide, rotate for me, back to center. So I'm just rotating towards that front leg that's bent, and then back to center. This kind of feels like our saw in Pilates. Rotate, oh, look back if you can. One more time, rotate, hold here, bring that hand down. Now if your balance feels a bit off, keep the gaze down, or you can look up to challenge that balance. Make sure those hips are still square, reaching up with that top arm. That feels so good. Inhale, now this leg is working hard right here. Inhale, exhale for 3, 2, 1. I'm going to follow up with this arm as it reaches down my back leg, and this arm comes back. It's like a little reverse warrior right here. Inhale, exhale, so I'm opening up that front hip. Feels so good. Stretching it back. Focus on that balance. Whoops, so closing my eyes, getting wibbly. And there we go. Let's hold for 3, 2, 1. Cartwheel those arms around. Step that leg back into a plank position. Push back into that downward dog. That nice stretch and recovery right here. You can walk back through those feet if you need to. Inhale, exhale out. Walk the hands to the feet. Come back into that forward fold. So every time here, I'm trying to loosen up this lower back. Does a little bend and stretch with the knees. Roll those shoulders down away from the ears. Inhale, exhale, slight bend in the knees. Roll yourself all the way back up standing. Shoulders down. Let's reach those arms up. Nice stretch back. Inhale, exhale.
fold all the way back down. Inhale, exhale, slight bend to the knees, roll yourself back up, roll the shoulders down, step the opposite leg forward now. So in that nice little lunge position, arms lift up. We're going to straighten that front leg off, bend and bring it back down. Just taking it to the other side now, bend and up. So the elbows are trying to squeeze and open my chest. I'm trying to push the chest out. That's it, but the core is still engaged. Nice work. I'm just trying to really open up that pecs. Feel those scapula gliding down my back as the arms glide up and down. Let's go for 5, 4. Make sure when you're bending here, the knees not coming over the toes. We're going to protect those knees. Last one here. Bring it up. Bring it down to that lunge. So check yourself out. Whoop. Lower belly, help me. Legs should be parallel on train tracks. That's it, knee over ankle joint. Arms out wide, rotate, back to center, rotate, back to center. So I'm trying to get a little bit more around each time. I'm trying to get my gaze to follow that back arm while I'm keeping my balance. Balance is hard. And that's it. Whoop, losing it there. If you lose it, wiggle wobble, come back in, totally fine. One more time, rotate, hold it, hand comes down, gaze can come up or down if your balance feels a bit off. But that nice stretch here, straighten that back leg, lift up through, don't dump in here, lift. So these fingertips are trying to lift to the ceiling. Inhale, exhale out, another nice big breath in here. Inhale, exhale, and use your core as I lift up, that back arm comes down that back leg, and I reach forward as I straighten that back leg off. That back hand is reaching back, the other hand is sliding down that thigh, sinking into that front leg. Inhale, exhale off, nice stretch here. Inhale in, exhale, we cartwheel the arms down, into that nice little lunge, leg slips back into that plank, we push back into that pyramid. Walk those feet. They should be feeling hopefully a little bit more looser. Inhale, exhale out, walk the hands back to the feet. Feel that nice little hang. Inhale, exhale, roll yourself all the way back up. Arms reach back up to the ceiling. That nice stretch through here. I like to clasp my thumbs together and actually give a little arch. So squeeze the glutes, arch the back. Inhale, exhale, bring it down. This time we step that opposite leg back forward. Shorter stance than our lunge before. Get into a little bit of balance. So I'm in that little shorter lunge stance right here. Fixing myself up. There we go. I'm going to bring the hands to the hip and you transfer the weight, tap the toe, bring it back. Transfer and back. Each time, see if you can come up a little further into that balance. Woo, that was a bit off. Inhale, exhale, I need to get my focus. That's it, coming down to that balance. We're trying to get to a human letter T. This time, wherever you think your maximum is, hold it there. So I come down, you bring the hands back off the hips, or even try reaching them forward. Holding here. Beautiful, a slight bend in that grounded leg. Let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands placed down the ground. Let's see your fingertips on the ground. Slightly, don't lock the knee, but straighten that leg a little bit more and lift that back leg. So we're strengthening the glute, but we're also getting some mobility into those hips. As I lift, roll the shoulders down and away from the ears. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Hold there, slight bend to that knee. See if you can lift that hand back. Oh, lift the other hand back, balance for 3, 2, 1. See if you can bring it in. Bring that knee all the way through. Grab it in those hands. Roll out that ankle. One direction, then the other. Nice work. Oh, I can't look at you, I'm going to fall over. That's it, roll it out. Grab that foot to inside the thigh or down the calf, just not on the knee. So grab it there. You bring the hands on the hips. And just hold. So we're just trying to open up this hips. I'm focusing on this knee going back. Hips are square. Then if you feel comfortable, then you can feel like your hips are square, you've got your balance. You can come into your tree. And just holding here. For 3, 2, 1. Drop it down, step back, hold that short little lunge, step yourself all the way back. Ready for the other side. Short little lunge forward. That's it, test yourself out. Bring it here, bring it back. Bring it here, bring it back. We're going to go a little further this time. Tipping down. And bring it back. One more here, and then we'll get into our best one. Tip it forward, bring it back. One more time. This is one we're going to hold. See if you want to bring your hands straight back, or challenge yourself, bring them forward. Oh, I've got the wibble wobbles going. Let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The fingertips come down to the mat. That leg straightens off, and we lift. And lift, shoulders away from the ears. Lifting up. That's it, open up those hips. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend that grounded leg, walk the hands back. Find your balance, use your core. One hand comes back. Oh, the other comes back. Probably doesn't look that graceful. I'm going to bring that leg through. Grab it here. Roll out that ankle. One direction, the other direction. Go back. We're going to bring it on in. So my tighter hip side. But really think about squaring off those hips and pushing that knee back. Once I'm there, bring the arms up, roll the shoulders down. Inhale, exhale out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the hands back. We step that leg back, arms rise up in that short little lunge right here. Then we step all the way back, hands come up. Inhale, exhale, dive it all the way down. Walk the hands on forward into that nice little plank position right here and hold. For 5, and you drop the knees, that's totally fine. Drop the knees. 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the knees, back into a child's pose. Come back into that nice little rested position right here. Inhale, exhale out. Roll yourself all the way out. From here, come up onto those glutes and step one leg forward, come back into that nice little lunge position we kind of keep meeting into right here. From here, I'm going to reach one arm across, bring it down, and the other. I'm trying to push my hips to the sides of the mat. I'm pushing the hip that side, then I put the hand on the hip and I push it to the other side. Giving some just like a little mobility into that hip joint. Oh, it feels good. My hips are always so stiff. So any kind of stretching of the hips feels well needed. That's it. And back the other direction. One more time. Push it through. And push it through right here. Hold the leg there. I'm just going to flex that toe. Bring it down for a calf stretch. So you're going to place those hands down. Woo, that's tight. So try and flex those toes really hard. I mean, you might be able to get your forehead down there. That's impressive. I really can't. I'm nice and tight right here. So thinking about this knee and hip being stacked over each other as we stretch out that calf. Inhale, exhale out. Inhale in, exhale out. Beautiful work. One more minute there. Take another breath and enjoy it. Beautiful. We're going to bring that knee back in. Lift yourself back on up. Before we go to the other side, we feel the thigh stretches here. So our legs are together. We're thinking about the core. So we stretch back in that nice little plank position. We come forward, open the arms. Bring the hands together. Bring the arms out. Bring the arms together. Bring the arms out. So you've got a nice stretch through those thighs. Lifting back as far as you can right here for that stretch. And back, one more time. Bring it forward. This time we're going to hold it back there. Hold it here. Nice work. Just hold. Roll the shoulders down and hold for 3, 2, 1. Bring yourself back up. Step the other leg forward into that nice position. And we come back into those stretches here. this hip doesn't feel as bad. Stretch 1, stretch 2. That's it, bring it over. Bring it over. Nice big stretches right here. So I'm trying to hit that hip and push it with this hand to get to the other side. Beautiful work. One more time. Bring it back in. Flex that front foot. Bring it down. Pull the toes up to the nose. Tight calves, man. That is always so tight. But it definitely does make them feel better. Yeah. A lot more flexible than I was. But flexibility is something you've got to constantly do. As soon as you stop doing it, you do lose it really quickly. So you don't want to kind of do it just once a month. You really want to do it a minimum once a week. The more you can do it, the better. A little bit each day goes a long, long way. That's why I always try to add it into every workout. Beautiful. Bring that knee back in. Tuck those toes. Come balance on those toes. Right here, give yourself a cuddle. Sometimes we forget our toes, so we give a little balance right here. Balancing on those toes. It's harder than it looks. Give yourself a wee cuddle. As you balance on those toes, place the hands down, swing yourself around. Good work, you guys have done well. Holding the back of those legs, scoot yourself forward, roll one vertebra at a time, all the way down the mat. Bring the hands up over the head. Bring the feet in a little closer. Bring the hands down the side, roll through those hips, one vertebra at a time. Push up into that bridge, hold here. Bring the arms all the way back. Inhale, exhale, roll one down at a time for the length of the spine. Elongating as you roll one vertebra at a time. As that tailbone rolls out and hits, hands come back down. One more time. Inhale, exhale, roll one vertebra at a time, nice and slow through that spine. Push up. Man, this is one thing I do every day, that articulating through the spine. It gets so stiff after I sleep at night, especially still if I've got a little friend in my bed most nights. Roll down one vertebra. You often sleep kind of awkwardly. It's nice just to realign and give that back some love, and then roll the tailbone all the way out and bring those hands back down the mat. Let's grab one leg up, flex and point, flex and point. Grab the other leg, little flex and point. Flex and point. Let's come into our happy baby. So you can either grab behind the knees and pull down towards the mat so your elbow should be hitting. You can grab the toes, you can grab the ankles, the outside of the feet. Just whatever kind of feels nice for you, just to open up those hip flexors. Whew, this feels good. You can even rock it side to side if you want. Just for that nice opening, it's really good to digest. Again, I'll say it again. Trying to think of the word now. Detox, that's it. Helps detoxification. Opening up through those hip flexors. Nice work. Inhale, exhale, just enjoy this one. Close the eyes, go to your happy place. Focus in on that breath. Inhale in. Exhale out. Inhale. Exhale. Bring those knees down to the mat. That's it. Good work. Beautiful. Bringing those legs back up. Give a little flex and point. Bring the knees in. Some nice big circles right here. Get mobility into those hip joints. One direction. And then let's circle back the other direction. Nice little hip rotations. Always feel good. Let's bring those knees up, zip them together, hands are out. This is our side to side in Pilates where we come over, inhale. Exhale, use those obliques to bring that. So the abs are working here, but you need nice spinal rotation. So you can look to the opposite direction, inhale, exhale, bring it back to center. Use that core. So a little stretch as far as I can go, keeping stability in my upper body. For that nice stretch, and draw it back to center. Inhale, exhale, head gently rock side to side. Inhale, so I'm trying to keep my knees stacked on top of each other, so I want to keep my hips square as I rock. I inhale, exhale, belly button, so it's the core initiating the movement. Great for our waistline. Inhale, exhale, back to center. Hold here and bring the arms in. Just a little toe tap through here. That's it. Let's go for 3, 2, 1. Straighten off those legs. Inhale, exhale, tuck the chin. Lift up. So 1, 2. So once again, it's a Pilates toning move, but I find it really good at a hip opener. So we're stretching and lengthening the legs. It's a little 1, 2, switcheroo. 1, 2, switcheroo. That's it. So you're trying to really pull that knee to your nose. Activate the quad, nice straight legs, shoulders away from the ears. That nice warrior stretch. Let's go for 3, 2, and last 1. Hug it on in, bring it on down, place those knees back down, bring those hips back up, that nice stretch right here. Inhale, exhale, place those hips back down, stretch one leg out, stretch the other arms come up overhead for that length. Kind of shimmy your toes, shimmy your hands, make yourself as long as possible. Inhale. Now if you find a roll up really difficult, just come onto your side and come up to a sitting position, or if you can do a roll up, bring it here, you can bend the knees up your knee, tuck the chin, roll yourself all the way up and over those legs. Or just come up onto your side, up and over. That's a nice little stretch here. Relaxing the shoulders, flexing the feet, coming to that beautiful forward fold. Beautiful inhale here. Exhale out. Inhale, exhale. Come up into a nice seated position. Turn yourself around to a bit of a butterfly. Hold onto those feet. Have a little up and down. You can see this slide for me. It needs to come down a little further. A nice little stretch here. Rotate through that head. Rotate the other direction. So it's a little nice tuck to the chin. Beautiful work. Come into a cross-legged position. Then gently stretch my head. So I'm not pulling the head, I'm just getting a little bit away. As I'm stretching long, I'm thinking about a nice tall spine and putting the length here. Inhale, exhale. Switch to the side, we switch legs. Dink. Switch hand, nice little stretch. Inhale, exhale. Bring it back to center, roll those shoulders down and away. Bring the hands behind you, pull yourself forward. Come into a nice forward fold. It's always beautiful to finish with a roll down. Relax the shoulders, light bend the knees. Inhale, exhale, roll yourself all the way up. Arms come up overhead. Inhale, exhale, roll yourself all the way down. Let that head get really heavy to the ground. Have a little pause at the bottom. Inhale, exhale, rebuild that spine all the way up. Roll the shoulders down and away. Well done, guys. I'm hoping you're feeling a little looser. You're still feeling worked. You still worked those muscles. You definitely did. You got a little looser in the hips, released off those calves. So hopefully now, after those 5 days, you're feeling fabulous. This is a great workout to do any time of the week, any time of the day, when you're feeling like you just need to come back to yourself a little bit more. So thank you for joining me today. Make sure you like this, share it with some friends. Just help me reach other people that might benefit from it. I really appreciate it. So thanks so much, guys, for joining me today. Thank you for believing in me. I believe in you. You are amazing. You're totally rocking this because you showed up, you finished, you're at the end. Congratulate yourself. You're awesome. And come meet me on the mat another day. See you guys.